Good morning, everybody. This is Barry there in the studio with you on Sunday, April 26th. And happy Sunday to you all out there. And I hope that you all had a good night's sleep and a healthy breakfast and enjoyed your Anzac Day yesterday. Well, yesterday I made Anzac biscuits. Now you can watch that video, okay, and I did two-part show yesterday. But today on the show, I'd like to tell you about our favorite fruit, and that is apples. Now, recently, I brought to you a video about cooking with fruit. Now, we used apples and pears to make a delicious pear and apple pie. And we made our own pastry from scratch. Now, making your own pastry can be a bit tricky, guys, but if you want to be lazy and go out to the store and buy your favorite pastry, then that's up to you. But making your homemade pastry, guys, is a good thing because sometimes you just don't have time to get to the store and buy a packet of frozen puff pastry or flaky pastries. Now, if we don't have enough ingredients for an apple pie, we might be doing an apple crumble. Now, with apples, guys, you just can't go wrong with them. They are so versatile and you can cook just about anything with them. And what else do you do with it? Can you do with apples? Well, you can make an apple sauce to serve with your roast pork, or even use it in sandwiches with your cold roast pork. And apple sauce is too good to waste, and apples themselves are too good to waste. Now, to make an apple pie, you need to slice up a kilo of apples, and also you can buy a ready-made pastry case too. So all you've got to do is put your apples into that and cover them with some pastry and bake in the oven until golden brown. Now, apple crumble, it sounds delicious. We might be even making that today if we don't have enough ingredients for an apple pie, and I will tell you a bit more. I will tell you a bit later how we went with the apple pie or apple crumbles. And apples are just great for a morning snack or to have for lunch or dessert or any time snacking really. And there are so many things you can do with apples. You can make an apple chutney. You can make an apple a fruit smoothie with it. And you can even stew some apples, guys, and serve with your breakfast like wheat bix or porridge or things like that. Apples are too good to waste. So go on, buy a kilo of apples, guys, and make yourself an apple pie or an apple crumble and get the kids involved. It's a great way to use up your time when you are at home at lockdown and you've got nothing to do. Well, here's a suggestion that I'm giving to you right now here on the show. And cooking up, having a cook up, guys, is a great way to use up the time and to relieve the boredom. Now, at the end of the show today, I will remind you to be there for one another, but I will get to that message at the end of the show today. Now, with apples, guys, there are so many varieties there. Red apples, green apples, and Granny Smith apples. And you can make a chutney out of apples too. Look up a recipe on how to make an apple chutney. I've got a recipe for that in my book, which I will share with you guys on one of the videos coming up this week. And also, I will be talking about making an apple strudel as well. Now, an apple strudel is great for dessert too. Now, you need to stew apples to make an apple strudel. Look up a recipe on how to make an apple strudel. There are so many things you can do with apples, and apples, like I've just said, they are too good to waste, so why not use them? And if you feel like adding some other fruit to the crumble or pie, then go for it. Also, this week on the show, I will be talking about making fresh juices again for those of you that missed the segment on juice. Now, juice is so important, but I will get to having enough fluid later on in one of the videos that I will present this week. But like I said today it's all about cooking with apples and what you can do with them. Now, apples, guys, like I've just said, they are so versatile and you can even bake apples as well. So baked apples, guys, are great for dessert and you just can't go wrong with baking apples for dessert. Now, what about stewed apples and ice cream for dessert? And maybe some stewed pears. So, so why not make stewed apples and have them for dessert and or on your breakfast? It's a great way to use up the apples. So I will be back. So I will tell you later how we went with the apple crumble or pie, and it depends whether we have all the ingredients for it, for those items. Apples, apples are growing in the town of Bilpin, which is up in the Blue Mountains. Now, if you, now we can't travel anywhere at the moment, but you can look up where Australian apples are growing. And also, sometimes you may see, uh, hear about apple juice being made in a factory. And sometimes you see people picking apples for an apple pie. So apples, guys, come from Bilpin, which is up in the Blue Mountains. I have been there before. So go on, grab yourself a kilo of apples and make yourself an apple strudel, apple pie, or even a crumble. And why not make your own homemade apple juice? There, there are so many things you can do with apples. And I can tell you, apples are too good to waste. Well, don't go away because at 11 o'clock this morning we'll be getting in the kitchen and making up that delicious apple pie or strudel, and I'll tell you about it in the wrap tonight. But you have a great day, everybody. Before I do leave you this morning for the Sunday, April 26th, be there for one another, support one another, show each other that you care, okay? Don't just think about yourself. If you are finding yourself getting frustrated or flustered or in a huff, find somewhere private to talk to someone, even your family, okay, and even talk to your friends on Facebook, Skype, even write them a letter, talk to your friends on the phone, things like that. So I will be back later on today with the second part of the show. But in the meantime, remember, guys, to sanitize your hands, and I will just pause there for a moment. Remember, guys, to sanitize your hands and disinfect everything that you touch, okay, like your door handles, and don't forget to disinfect everything, your kitchen bench, everything. And remember, sanitize your hands, guys. Hygiene is important. And remember, if you are cooking in the kitchen, wash your hands before you start, and wear gloves, and make sure that you have everything prepared before you start. And after you are finished in the kitchen, guys, make sure that you clear up afterwards so that the kitchen is ready for you to use the next time, and have an old shirt or something so that you don't ruin your good shirt while cooking. So on that note, guys, it is time for me to take a break from the show now, and I will be back with you later on, sometime today, or later on today, or even tonight, to tell you how the cooking segment went. So stay tuned, guys. Plenty more videos coming up. This is Barry Fair. The time now is 3 minutes to 10 on Sunday morning. Don't go away. You're watching the Barry Fair YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video about apples.